Alright, so I'm taking a look at a smartwatch intended to be for a young child. This particular one is pink. There are options to go with blue or pink. It uses a micro USB cable, which is included to charge. It uses an app called Set Tracker, and it's basically just a very somewhat basic but somewhat advanced, I guess in some ways, smartwatch for a child. And it's got a very soft silicone band. It's actually a really nice band, and the watch itself has a flashlight and a camera. Now you probably won't be able to see it, but there's a small circle right there, and that's where the camera is. The flashlight's over here. You have your power button. Here's another button that is going to be related to other aspects depending upon what app you're in. You have your SIM card, and you have your charging port. So charging port, SIM port. So I would suggest not getting this wet. Probably would resist a little bit of like rain or something, but it's not going to do great with submersion, of course. It comes with pretty decent instructions in some regards, depending upon what aspect you're looking for. Some of it's pretty self-explanatory, so not necessary. But it talks about the type of SIM card. It says a 2G SIM card is needed, and it needs to be GSM, not CDMA. Now I don't have one myself, obviously, to use, or else I'd be able to show you more, unfortunately, but I don't have that. And it's going to end up, maybe this will go to my niece or someone. I don't know who's going to take it at this point, but I assume my niece. So I just wanted to do a quick overview before it ends up going to her. So this thing has alarm functionality, pedometer. You can of course do phone calls. There's a photo album. The pedometer if you're going to be walking and stuff. An SOS emergency type setup where you can actually have it call specific numbers. The GPS tracking will let you locate your child if they're wearing it. You can also set up, I want to call it geofencing. They just call it electronic fence, which basically you designate a zone, and when the watch leaves that zone, then it will alert you. And so that's nice to have if you're trying to keep track of your children while they're playing, maybe in the yard or somewhere, in case they happen to leave the yard. Should know better, but that doesn't mean they always will. So that's, you know, a pretty cool option in that regard. It is touchscreen, so 1.44 inch little touchscreen here, and it's rated for 3 to 4 hours of talk time. It'd take a couple hours to charge up. So I can't really show you the app because you have to register an account and set all that up, and I don't have that option. So I kind of just want to show you a little bit of functionality of the watch. It's very limited without the app. A lot of the stuff will be app dependent, and you have to have it registered. So let me see if I can zoom in enough that you can see this. So if I push the power button, we'll get to the screen here that's basically just going to give us a clock. And then if we touch this little circle here, that's kind of the home button. You can see the time, the battery status. Over here, of course, you have the little line through because I don't have an actual SIM card. And you have the date and everything. So if we swipe, we've got phone book, app download, step, which is the pedometer, make friend, which I'm not 100% certain, but I think it's sort of a chat thing possibly. If you click on it, it has two watches side by side, so maybe you can do some kind of pairing or joining. The photo album, which is, you know, pretty interesting to have. The camera, so you can actually see the camera here in the camera there. So that's kind of interesting. Flashlight, and it says do not direct into the eyes. And if we turn that on, we got the little flashlight over here on the side. It's off now. WeChat, in case you want to chat with someone. So quick learning, and it looks like it might be a game because it says game level. So, you know, they still have a little bit of options in that regard too. I don't think there's really a whole lot yeah, there's not a whole lot else that I can show you with this. Preceding the actual video, there is some photos, and those photos will be, some of those will be the app, so you can kind of see some of the stuff. If I had the SIM card and had the ability to actually register the account and set it all up, you could do a little bit more. But like I said, they did a pretty good job with providing instructions, and it's nice to have the option to use this to keep track of your child. And with blue or pink, you can go, you know, boy, girl, whichever, or the boy wants pink or the girl wants blue. They have some options available. Comes in a nice little child-friendly type of gift box sort of design, so should make a very nice gift for someone if you decide to gift it to someone. And again, it does use micro USB, so you can use your own cable or you can use the one they provide for you. But that's pretty much all there is to it. You do have like the little microphone, it looks like here, so if you wanted to make phone calls and such, that should be an option. But again, there's some functionality I simply can't test. I'll leave that up to the owner, which I assume will be my niece, and she can have some fun with it and play with it. But there you go, for somewhere right around 30 bucks, not too shabby. Some nice options. I really like the fencing option, so you can actually secure an area or specify an area that is like a secure zone, and if your child wanders outside of that area, you're going to be made aware. So pretty cool option. And in the SOS feature, if they decide to utilize that, which you can look over the instructions, explain to them how that works, and they can use that to contact in the event that an emergency situation has occurred. So pretty cool option as a whole. You can find out more from the link below. Check out and see the option to go with either the blue or the pink as mentioned before. That's about all I have to say about it. There's not a whole lot I can show you at this point without the actual SIM card. So other than that, it does turn off and on relatively quickly. So makes a little sound when it goes off, so that's off. And if I turn it back on, and that's it. So it's pretty much just right up, up and running. The screen it comes to when you first turn it on, it wants you to do the SIM card, but if you don't have one, you can just hit the home button here and go to the main screen. I don't know that there's an option to change to 24-hour format, maybe within the app, but without the SIM card I can't do that. Some of the other settings are adjusted that way as well, but I think that might be the only negative, because I don't think that is an option that is changeable regardless of the app or not. Okay, so there you go. Hopefully that is introducing someone to something maybe they didn't know was around, and they can check it out, find out more about it with the link below the video, and yeah, learn more about it and decide if it's for them. Okay, thanks.